Now, for the purposes of the video, this is Hannah, and Hannah is, how far along are you, do you think, in your driving career?
About 20 hours.
20 hours, oh, you had?
I think so.
Oh, okay. You're driving good for 20 hours.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so this is Hannah. She's had about 20 hours of driving, and today we're at, well, for the purposes of this video, we'll do a lot more work, but we're going to be doing a bit of sat-nav work as well.
Yeah.
Because you find that quite beneficial, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite good for highlighting weaknesses, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, and thinking autonomously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we've done it before.
Yeah.
And how did that go, by the way?
I think it was good.
Alright.
It was quite rural.
Rural, okay. What was your weaknesses on there, by the way?
I think speed. I mean, it was quite a few lessons ago, so.
Speed? Were there quite a few lessons ago?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay. So what we do is we decide whether to pick on faults as we go, or to keep stopping and recapping on faults. What would suit you best?
I think pick up on faults as we go.
Alright, so that's quite good for the camera as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to pick up faults as we go and talk about things in situ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything big I might hold back, and sometimes we do pull over anyway, don't we? We go through things rather than just chat. Of course there might not be any faults.
No.
I mean, let's not presume.
No, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Alright, so we're following route number 25 on my sat-nav today. And that's all set to, oh, I haven't set it up yet. I was going to say it's all set to go, but it isn't. So I'm going to set that to go now.
Okay.
Anyway, so it's all yours. When you're ready, just move on. It's going to be pretty hard to move on at the moment. Why do you think that is?
The cars are on a bend, really.
You're going to discover it at the moment.
Okay. Oh.
You're not in drive. There you go, well done.
Okay.
Alright. It's because you've been filmed, isn't it? That's what it is.
Turn right.
It quite often says turn right there, but that's just a bend, isn't it?
After 100 yards, cross the roundabout and take the third exit, A509. Cross the roundabout and take the third exit.
Yeah, because she said cross the roundabout. What's making you give a right signal there?
Because we're going round.
Is it because we're taking the third exit?
Yeah. Is that right?
Does it feel right?
It did to me.
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Can I just take you off route a minute?
A509.
Yeah.
Right, just take you quickly off route. We're going to turn left on the
Cross the
roundabout.
roundabout and take the second exit.
Just ignore the sat-nav for just for a second. We'll come back to sat-nav in a moment. Sounds ominous, doesn't it? Oh, what have I done wrong? And we're just going to park it up on the left somewhere.
Just anywhere here?
Yeah, anywhere soon. Just here would be fine. Yeah, because it's a 30 road. It's a dual carriageway, it's a 30 road, so it's pretty safe. No parking restriction here. That's it. I thought I was going to say no parking brake.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can cancel your signal. Right, so you've made almost a classic mistake there.
Okay.
And the mistake is that when people hear third exit, what do they normally do?
Right.
Yeah, they assume it's a right, but it's not,
No.
because third exit is not always a right.
No, yeah.
So what you've done is you've given a right signal because you heard third exit, but third exit straight on.
Yeah.
So no signal required.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you learned something there. What some people do there, well, what nearly most 90% of learners do is they move to the right-hand lane when they hear the word third exit,
Yeah.
when they hear the sentence third exit. But you didn't do that, so I was quite impressed.
No.
Because you said, oh, is it the left lane? I said, yeah. So you picked the correct lane,
Yeah, I just put my right signal
but
on.
you still fell for the third exit
Yeah.
ruse where people think it's a right, and I think you might have got a bit confused.
Yeah.
But just remember, third exit doesn't have to be a right,
Yeah.
and in that case it's just a straight
It's
over.
just straight over.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, in order to get back on route, we're going to go down to the next roundabout, and we're going to do a U-turn,
Okay. Yeah.
which will be the fourth exit, by the way,
Yeah.
and then we're going to come back up this road.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay, it's all yours.
I do left signal.
Right signal.
Right signal.
If there's someone to benefit, you didn't really need to, but if someone to benefit, you could, yeah. So we're going to do a U-turn here. So how do we do this?
After 80 yards, go around the roundabout and take the fourth exit.
Good mirror check on that one. So what do we need to remember? That, yeah, reinforcing. Are we good? Okay.
After 200 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit, A509. Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
Okay. Now where next? Where are we going next?
Third exit.
We're turning right, aren't we? So
After 100 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the fifth exit, A14, towards Corbett.
it's always good to know where next before she talks on that bit, because you need to come over at ASAP.
Yeah.
How does it look? What are these signs telling you?
It's merging.
Yeah, merging or joining. Which one are you going to pick?
I'll just merge.
The easy one.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of reversed that terminology now. I'm calling this a joining and that a merging.
Okay.
I've reversed it just for future reference.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what they are called, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is a joining, and that's kind of merging in, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I've always used the other way around. So do you know where you're going to exit? 2 miles, yeah? What junction is it? Does it say? Junction 7?
Yeah, A43.
Okay, so what junction's coming up? Junction 8's the next one. Very bumpy here, isn't it? No, I just wonder what the lorry's doing in front. He's doing something wrong, isn't he?
After 1.2 miles, take the exit 7A43 towards Kettering.
Do you know what the lorry was doing wrong?
Am I supposed to be in that one?
No?
No.
Now he's doing something right.
Yeah, meant to be in the left.
He was in the overtaking lane all the way along for about more than about a mile and a half, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he wasn't overtaking anything. Now we're being split into lanes, so fair enough, he can move back again. What's coming up on the left? Okay. Yeah. Weird, isn't it, for that lorry to come over when he didn't need to,
Yeah.
and then go back again. Now, she's going to give you an instruction. She's going to tell you where next after this exit. Listen very carefully.
After 800 yards, take the exit 7A43 towards Kettering, then go right on the roundabout and take the third exit towards Corby.
Now she said take the third
Take
exit.
the exit
Yeah.
7, then go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
That means lane 1 or 2 on this particular one. So, no signal required there. Do you know why? Because you're merging over.
Yeah.
Alright.
Take a right.
After 400 yards, go right on the roundabout
You can use
and
lane
take
1
the
or
third
2.
exit
Look at the sign.
A43.
Even though it's a right
towards
turn,
Yeah.
the A43 is written on the road for this lane. And up here on the left, look,
Go
you can
right
use
on the
lane 1
roundabout
or 2.
and take the third exit.
So even though it's a bit odd, because we are turning right, but we're doing it from the outside lane,
Yeah.
because the sign said.
Mhm.
The sign said and the road markings are saying. And sometimes on test they do say you can use lane 1 or 2, just to give you that kind of, yeah, that insight into it. So we're going to use lane 1, aren't we? The outside lane. Well, he stopped quick, didn't he, next door? Did you see that? It was like,
Yeah.
thump. So we'll just do a mirror check there, isn't it? Because we're accelerating now, aren't we? So an interior mirror check, really. So we're in this lane all the way, third exit. So what exit is this one? It's number 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
What happens after
Take
2?
the exit A43.
Okay. Because you're the next one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we done this before, this road?
I think coming up.
Oh, okay.
Going down.
Oh, okay. You sure? Alright. What are we going to do with the taxi? It's going quite slow, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I need to be in the right one.
Okay. So that's it. Cool. At the roundabout ahead, we're turning right.
Yeah.
Is that why you said?
After
you were gonna-
800 yards,
Oh,
go
right.
right on the roundabout and take the
Oh, I
third
forgot you were
exit
doing that.
A60.
I just gave you that. It's always right there. But I think we have done this roundabout before.
Yeah. I think I came down.
All right. So you've never come up here and turned right on this
No, I
roundabout.
don't think
All right. So which way are we going on the roundabout?
so. Right.
All right. So we're going to do a right signal.
Yeah.
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
In that case, because you say we have not done this roundabout before, it's the third exit, isn't it? So that's 1, that's 2. When we get round this corner, we need to pull over to the left. So this roundabout, I'm just going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Just reinforce that. That's it. On this roundabout, we need to move over to the left lane where the yellow bollard is. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, yeah.
Rings a bell.
Yeah, because I need to leave that.
You need to leave on the left lane on this
Yeah.
roundabout. So we're going to pull over to where the yellow bollard is, into lane 1 or into lane 2. The outside lane or the one next to it. I'm sure we have done it before.
Outside lane.
Yeah, the outside lane. Where next to where he is.
Yeah.
Or where he is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, you're going to be okay?
I think so.
Alright.
Take the exit A6003.
Good. Well, that's exactly what you do.
Okay.
You sure we've not done that before?
I mean, I think so. I just don't think I've done it from there. I think
Oh,
I've just done a
okay.
circle.
Okay. What do we need to do on lights?
Okay.
Keep an eye on them. And what signal do you leave on?
Left.
That's the one. And a left door mirror, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The thing is with lights, you've really got to stay laser focused on them.
Yeah.
Whenever we stop on lights, laser focus on them, so you know when they're going to change. We're not hanging around. What's that sign say?
After 300 yards,
see the 30
go
sign.
left on the roundabout and take the first exit. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
Hi guys, this is the end of part 1 of Hannah's lesson, and I hope you're going to join us for part 2, and I'll put the link to that in the description below.